Hey guys, KnightSeeker here, and welcome back to another video on Cardfight Area Deck Build, where we take every card, well basically that came out with updates, mainly this current one, and just build decks to see what people that that have no deck experience or really don't know how to start with certain decks. Well, I can be your guy. So yeah. In another thing, if you do enjoy these kind of deck build videos, do be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and ring that bell so you don't miss them, okay? So last video we did with the Yasuin deck. If you have checked it, I will leave it probably in the icon above. And let's see, as we just covered decks that, well, that deck is already been covered with cards that's before the support, as it will probably make that deck more stronger. For this deck build, if you're not seeing the thumbnail itself, we're going to look on Harri. Yep, the pale moon like of the of Luna. That's pretty much her avatar. So yeah, we're gonna start from really top to bottom. Let's start from top to bottom as it's more easier that way. But yeah, what else? But yeah, I also seen the new video. I seen the reaction of different fights with some of the new cards that are being shown. Well, really the art's being shown for probably the future card. And let's see, we know that we're also gonna get Night Rose, so pretty much she's gonna be part of that update, along with probably with the support for Tazekage and also Spikeburner. I'm not sure if I recall every deck, but we all know that Night Rose is coming in probably next update for area. Okay. So yeah, let's just start with the the Pale Moon deck for Harri. Before we do actually start, I want to show off the but yeah, I want to actually show off doing something differently. I want to show with the completed deck build some first, then you can just basically, if you're playing on area as well and you just want to see, if you just want to play the deck right away without hearing why these cards are there, then do go right ahead. Okay, I'll leave it for a little bit and then before we start, sorry. Okay. It'll be just be there just for a little bit, and probably it might go right about now. All right then. So if you want to take another guess, you want to take another look, you can go back, pause it, and you just go over it. Okay. But yeah, we're gonna open up, and I'll explain each of these sets of grade and why they're there. Okay. Obviously, we'll start with grade 0. And here's we got this. We got the Happiest Collector. The reason why I went with her as a starter unit is because I like the art. And yeah, you can pick any starter unit. You can pick Entertainer Messenger. You can pick Silverthorn Assistant Lunana. And what else? You can just, yeah, those are only the 3 stars we got. For trigger lineups, obviously, we got the 4 draw PGs and 4 heals. Pretty good. But for this deck, it's pretty much like the Yasuin deck. We have 8 fronts. 8 fronts of Silverform Beast Tamer Sage and Hoop Magician. Now, why we're including these as for the front triggers? Well, I talked with Emerald Samurai after when I first make the first mix of decks, basically the first version of it. He gave me a few rundowns, and it's like, he gave me a reason why, probably 5 to 8 fronts, but he gave me this. The reason is that the front is really good as they provide just enough power for your whole front row to attack, even they had a defensive trigger. And also, there will be a certain unit that really can just push it just enough to get their certain effect threshold to go off. Okay. But yeah, that's really the reason why we have 8 fronts, the 4 heals, and the 4 drop PGs, okay? Now you know why. We'll see more of it later, and we'll see why. Let's see. For grade 1, here's what we got. We got a total of, just to be sure I'm reading it correctly, 13 grade 1s. That's what I can recall. Now, obviously, there'll be 2 cards, there's will be 1 card that will now be shown, and that'll be 2 copies we got is Bastion Bunny, as pretty much, why? Is because pretty much people already played this card before, so they already recognize what this card can do. But if not, I'll just read what the effects say. Okay? And this effect says it's auto on Vanguard and Rearguard, so you can just place it. You don't place it on Vanguard or Rearguard yourself. It doesn't matter. It will go off. However, the condition is that when placed from hand. So really, it can only work when you place it from hand. Okay. This one has a cost of discarding a card from your hand and draw a card. Okay. So this one to draw one. Okay. And also, if your Vanguard is a grade 3 or greater, you soul charge 2. Okay? So yeah, soul charging in this clan is pretty important. As pretty much I would say Civil Thorn as well. As that soul yourself is basically your cast. As you're trying to be sure who you're going to send out to the play and do their performance, while the others have to stay in the back row. Not back row, the backstage until then. Okay? And also gonna have these cards like the standard grade 3 searcher. I'm only gonna show pretty much their unique 5k gain effect, as you already know what the second effect does. It's basically when placed from hand. Look at the top 5, and you just reveal one grade 3 from among them, put it in your hand. If you do that, you discard a card, but while you shuffle your deck. Okay. But yeah, this unit's name is basically Masquerade Bunnies. And her unique effect is continuous on Vanguard and Rearguard. If you call one or more cards from Soul this turn, this unit gets plus 5k. Okay? So basically, if you consistently get at least one or more units out in Soul each turn, basically by grade 3, well, after grade 3, then she's a consistent 13k hitter or booster. Mainly booster, really. Now, let's introduce with the Namagi dolls. Now, for the sake of trying to keep it nice and short and not clutter the screen with too much text, all Namagi dolls have basically the same effect. Is when when retired from Guardian Circle, you may put them into your soul. For all the Namagi dolls, we'll call this effect. Sorry if I mix up the words. I don't usually have scripts. I just go off what I say. We'll call this the Magia Doll effect, okay? So yeah, the first Magia Doll we got is Magia Doll Dark Side Mirror Master. This great one has the Magia Doll effect, and its unique effect is pretty much they're all shared when they are called from the soul by Harry. Basically this unique effect is when called by Harry, you just countercharge 1. So really, when you counterblast 1 for Harry's effect, and you call more one of these, it's just cool like 1 Mirror Master. It's basically a net cost. That's it. However, if you call more than one of these, basically, let's say 2 or 3, but mainly 2, just for safe case, you basically get you countercharge 2, which means you basically not only pay the cost for free, but you also gain 1 countercharge back, getting 1 counterblast back. Okay. The reason why it's only 3 copies is that there's really more other effects that can be useful. It's true, countercharge is nice, but if you manage your counterblast carefully, just one of these is just more than enough to help. Also, we have now Magia Doll Flying Perry. Periton? I think that's how you say it. Periton has the Magia Doll effect, and also its unique effect when called by Harry is draw a card. So this is what this is pretty much you want a full playset of, as when you call probably like 2 or 3 if you really want to, if you set up your soul correctly, then you could just end up drawing 3 cards in that turn. But safe case, you end up maybe drawing 1 or 2 cards every time you call this unit from the soul with Harry. But yeah, that's pretty short. On to the grade 2. We didn't waste any time. I hope you do find this okay. You do understand this a little bit, okay? Or the next unit for the grade 2 is... Alright, I forgot to mention like how many grade 2s we got. For this, we got about 11... So yeah, 8, 11, 14 grade 2s. That's a lot. So yeah, it's basically like in 0 standard amount, if you were to see it that way. But yeah, perfectos. We have the grade 2 called Car Dealer, Chaquenti? I don't know how you say the name. But yeah, perfect goes like this. On auto, Vanguard and Rearguard, when placed, counterblast 1 card. So, well yeah, counterblast 1. Look at the top 7 cards of your deck, reveal up to a total of 2 either up to 2 Lord Pigeon Pop or cards with Magidol in their card name from among them. Put them into your hand and shuffle your deck. If you reveal the 2 cards, which is basically the max total. You put a card from your hand into your soul. Her effect is really nice. I didn't realize that she also calls with the Magios until Emerald Samurai pointed it out. I didn't really notice it when I was first building the deck. I was like, oh my god, how I did not see that. But yeah, so basically just for the help of the ruling is that you can either grab 2 pigeons, 2 Magidos, or 1 pigeon, 1 Magido. So yeah, it just says either a total of 2 Lord Pops or Magidos, or just really 1 or just 1 each. As it just say reveal up to 2. That's it. Of those cards. And also if you do reveal up to max of 2, you can just put one of your Magidos that you got in your hand that basically it's not good probably for guarding or something into your soul. So at least they're ready to go when they're getting called by Harry. For the next grade 2, we got himself, Lord Pigeon Pop. He has a very interesting effect. Not interesting effect really. I think it's just like I think any card can have this. But he has a rear guard effect. It's that when placed, put up to 1 card with Magido in its card name from your drop zone into soul. So really, that's really good. As in case you either use one of your Magidos, or one of your Magidos get retired, or just I don't know whatever happens to them, they get sent to the drop zone rather than to the soul normally. Either your opponent retires them or you use them as a cost for the discarding effect for some cards. Like for example, Bash and Bunny. So yeah, this will help you at least reoccur some of your Magidos from the drop zone to your soul. In case, like, I don't know, they get retired or something must have happened to them to get them into that drop zone. His other effect is that, also on rear guard, at the end of the battle it attacks if this unit is on stage. By the way, I'll explain stage later when we get to Harry. But really, when he's on stage, cost +1, return this unit to your hand, so basically you get the shield back, and you search your deck or your drop zone for up to 1 Starring Pop Dragon, basically the grade 4 of this deck, if you're not seeing the reveals. Call it to stage, basically where Pop was, and if you search your deck, shuffle your deck. So in a way, this is basically your Nutter attack. So you can basically make up to 5 attacks each turn if you have enough counterblast, okay? So yeah, basically, not only that, you can probably another reuse Pop skill, to just get another Magido back from the drop zone, and also another form of attack if you still have counterblast, okay? For the next grade 2, Emerald Samurai did tell me to put it down to free, and I'm starting to see like maybe it's the fact it's like it's not gonna be always used, so why have a lot of it if it's not gonna be used a lot? So yeah, Magido Lunatic Dragon. He has the Magido effect, and his unique effect when placed when called by Harry from the soul, choose up to one of your opponent's rear guards, and your opponent puts that unit into their soul. So really, it's not making them going back to the deck where they can get searched out, or to the drop zone where they can get called back by certain effects. By putting them into the soul, you already pretty much permanently remove one of their key cards, if they do have it, if it's out there. Because, if I remember, not a lot of decks have a lot of ways to interact with the soul. The only ones that can interact with the soul, or really can gain benefits from soul, is really Pale Moon itself. And I'm trying to remember, what other units can get benefits from it? Oh, Genesis. I forgot. Genesis, because it gives them more soul and all that. And what else? Man, I'm drawing blanks. But yeah, if you do know, please do leave in the comments below, okay? Like, tell me like what clans do have the effect of interacting with soul, okay? And also do give me clans of like really basically any clans that don't interact with the soul very well. So yeah, for the next raid 2, we got Magiadol Panana. Panana? I would say so. She has the Magiadol effect, and her unique effect, when called by Harry from the soul, is that this unit in your Vanguard gain plus 10k until the end of that turn. So, if you manage to call pretty much one or one at best, you basically gain she gains a total of 15k, 10k from her own skill, and plus 5 from Harry's skill. And because I'll explain why when we get to it. However, if you call 2 of these, your Vanguard, Harry, you know, he gains a total of 20k just from these 2. And these guys can just hit for 24k. So basically, even if your opponent, basically a force deck, gets a defensive trigger after the first attack, basically the 2 of them, or really 1 Piranha, can still hit. So yeah. Sorry if I'm sounding like a little... I don't know why. I need to start learning how to pace myself, like not too fast, but not too slow. Okay, just drink a little water. And now finally to the grade 3. And as you can see, we only have for this deck build 1 set of grade 3s. And that's himself, Mass Magician Harry. Now, he's gonna pretty much what makes everything click with some of our cards. He goes like this. When placed, basically on Vanguard, because his symbol, well, his skill requires to be on Vanguard Circle. Vanguard Circle. Sorry. Oh my geez, sorry about that. It says when placed, choose one of your additional rear guards, basically the XL markers, and it becomes a stage until end of that fight. I'll explain what a stage is if you kind of forgot what that means, or you kind of forgot what they do again. Basically, stage is that it takes every single existing and also newly created future Excel markers for the rest of the game into one. So yeah. So what basically I'm saying is that just in case, if you run Harry along with other cards, like other grade 3s that make XL markers, well then, any of those rear guards that were there do get retired because they don't exist anymore. They're now all together as one rear guard. One additional rear guard. But yeah. The reason, and yeah, it does tell you, it goes like this. During this fight, the stage becomes your only additional rear guards and move all the XL markers to the stage. So yeah. So basically, any more XL markers you make, they just become part of the stage, and that unit that gets when placed on it just gets another either additional 5,000 power from XL2 or another additional 10,000 power from XL1. So like for example, if we were to say, oh, you have 2 XL2 markers. One is stage and the other is not. When you place the unit on stage, that unit gains an additional 10,000 power rather than 5. Same thing if you have 3, they gain 15, same as 4, they gain 20. And also for XL2, let's say we'll start with 2, 1 stage and 1 sun, place that unit on that XL stage 1 marker, they gain an additional 20k. Okay? So yeah. It all depends on your playstyle, but really how I've been playing with this deck, XL2 is really the best because it lets you just keep drawing the cards, either you get more combo pieces, or just more shields overall. So it's really good. I haven't checked out the video, it's kind of really, It's already getting almost hitting the 20-minute mark. I'm trying to like do my best to at least go as fast as I can, or to at least try to keep the video as short as possible. That's usually my goal with these deck build videos. Okay. Now his active effect is on Vanguard. Once per turn, counterblast one card and discard one card from your hand. Call up to 2 cards with Magia Dolls in their different card name. Actually, I'm reading that again. Oh, never mind. Never mind. I kind of may have... I'm not sure if one of the replays I had... I know the first replay for sure I messed up with Pop, the pigeon, you know. Oh my jeez. I kind of may have messed up. But maybe I did not. Who knows? If the replay I'm going to show you after the entire deck build part is basically a mistake, do point it out, okay? And I'll do my best the next time when I see cards with that say either that call out like different, I'll be sure to pay attention next time, okay? But yeah, basically 2 different Magia Doll cards from your soul to rear guards, and they gain, well, plus 5,000 power until the end of the turn. And if your opponent is grade 3 or greater, you may call up to 4 instead of 2. Okay? So yeah, I'm not sure if I did call out every unique Magia Doll, or if not, from the second replay I got. Again, that second replay takes place many games later after the first one. So, I'm not sure if that is the correct one. I'm just hoping it is the correct one. Okay? But now, but yeah, that's Harry. He's only 4 copies, as you probably see him as to be the main target, the right target for this deck, okay? And how you're gonna get more Excel markers, because, well, you only have 4 Harrys, and you can only rise as so much as you can, only probably max of 1. Well, that's where the 2 copies of the grade 4, Sorry Pop Dragon. Basically, the unit that Lore Pigeon Pop gets, either from your deck or drop zone, okay? So yeah, he has pretty much 3 effects. The first effect is a continuous on rear guard. Is that this unit gets plus 5k for each of your rear guards with Magia Doll in their card name. So obviously this goes with a Magia Doll deck, aka Harry deck. I did talk with Amazon. He said that 3 is a bit too cluttering, so he told me to reduce it to 2. So yeah, and I'm starting to see like it's much easier. It's kind of easy to manage, and having like 3 of them may end up declining my hand, as they don't have shields for themselves. His auto effect is basically on rear guard as well. When placed on stage, basically the effect that makes 1 additional rear guards that Harry turns into, well, that makes Harry turn into. You gain another imaginary gift XL, and that's where the extra XL markers are going to come in pretty much turn after turn when you use Lord Pigeon Pop. Sorry, yeah, Lord Pigeon Pop. So every time you call Sorry Pop Dragon, you basically just gain another XL marker for free, and basically XL2 more by extra 5,000 power and another card. Nice. And also he has like what I would say an effect that's also a game ender, depending on the situation at hand. So yeah, his effect, it goes like this. It's an auto on rear guard, is that when it attacks, if this unit's power is 4,000 or greater, until the end of that turn, this unit gets +1 critical, and your opponent cannot call Sentinels, aka the PGs, perfect guards, from his or her hand. At the end of that battle, retire this unit. So yeah, that's the reason why the portrait you're seeing is his power is 0, because he gains additional power from the Magia Dolls that are there. I just forgot to say is that if you have a full field of Magia Dolls, Starry Pop Dragon gains a total of If it were, that would be his base 25k. However, if you manage to at least get, let's safely say, 3 XL markers, XL2 to be exact, he'll already be at the he'll gain 15k, which will put him at the 40k mark. Okay? And so yeah, that's why you usually have to order your attacks for him to be last, as by the time you get to him, he might be just enough for your opponent to not be able to guard this, as they can't use PG for it. Okay. Alright then. So yeah, that's probably the deck build. So I hope you do enjoy it. And I did manage to finish it. I did save the deck build as Harry V. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching for this lovely video on Cardfight area deck build. And now, I did manage to have the replay be at the end of this video. So, well, at the end of this deck build video. So yeah, I hope that I'll try to keep this up, and hope you guys do, and I do hope that you guys do like that particular way with deck builds. So yeah, until then, later fellow seekers, and have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video.
Fresh glaze on the D-roll, pulling up, smoking haze through the back door. We get that fresh glaze on the D-roll, pulling up, smoking haze for days. We get that fresh glaze on the D-roll, pulling up, smoking haze through the back door. We get that fresh glaze on the D-roll, pulling up, smoking haze through the back door. Fresh glaze on the D-roll, pulling up, smoking haze through the back door. We get that fresh glaze on the D-roll, pulling up, smoking haze for days. We get that fresh glaze on the D-roll, pulling up, smoking haze through the back door. We get that fresh glaze on the D-roll, pulling up, smoking haze through the back door.